Caitlin Clark recalls what led her to Iowa over Notre Dame. Caitlin Clark narrowed down her initial college choices early on, but she ultimately chose Iowa over Notre Dame in the end. Of course, you know the rest of the story. But it would have been fascinating to see Clark play for the Fighting Irish, and she was close to heading to South Bend. CLICKEHER to go to Prize Picks and use code ON3 to receive a guaranteed $50 once you play $5 in lineups. However, a feeling in her gut told her to play for the Hawkeys, just a bit closer to home. I basically narrowed it down pretty early on. Clark said on New Heights, "When I was going through my college recruitment, I wanted to be like in the Midwest, just kind of a homebody, family person. Just wanted to stay fairly close to home. So that narrowed a lot of stuff down. And I visited, like Oregon and Texas, and a few other places, and I liked them. But it was just like I knew it was too far. And then I visited Notre Dame a bunch of times, and I was like, I love Notre Dame, and I like, as a kid, like, you want to go to Notre Dame. It's like the coolest thing, it's Notre Dame. It has that tradition. They had so many great players go through there in every single sport. But like, I just knew, like something I could feel it in my gut. I was like, I'm not supposed to go there, so I picked Iowa." Legendary women's basketball coach Muffet McGraw actually retired the year before Clark started college basketball, but there were recruiting interactions. Neil Ivey took over beginning in the 2020-21 season. "Iowa was really good at women's basketball before I went there too. Like, made a few Sweet 16s, made the Elite Eight," Clark said. "Our coach had been there for quite a while, but they hadn't been to the Final Four since like 1992, so I wanted to go somewhere that was good, but like maybe had it been like a blue blood per se in like quite a few years and kind of help them get back to that. And then it was obviously my home state too, and 2 hours from where I grew up, so perfect distance where, like, your parents can't show up, but also, like, you can go home. It just kind of all worked out perfect. And obviously I made an okay decision, and it worked out pretty well." Caitlin Clark's staggering public speaking fee dwarfs her $76,000 WNBA salary. Caitlin Clark jumped into the world's top 10 best-paid female athletes in 2024. The WNBA icon pulled in around $11 million between her salary and endorsement deals. But while a no. 1 pick in the NBA takes home over $10 million for his work on the court, Clark made just $76,535. Luckily, the $28 million Nike athlete has plenty of earning potential away from her day job. One lucrative side hustle is her public speaking, and a businessman confirmed her going rate after she missed out on Paris 2024. "We said she could speak any business day over a 6-week period and pick any time between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. We were told her virtual speaking fee started at $100,000, which was over our budget. She makes more in a 30-minute virtual meeting than she does over a 40-game WNBA season with her team." Steinbrook pointed out that Clark's Olympic admission gave her a lucrative earning opportunity, as well as some downtime. "I am sure she is disappointed at not being selected for the team, but imagine what her speaking fee income will be during her break," he added. Clark was Paris 2020-4. To join the startup Unrivaled League, which tips off in Miami this month. "We always want to be a home for the best of the best," said its president Basil, who is married to WNBA star and Unrivaled co-founder Nafisa Collier. "We went through our negotiations. Inevitably, she needed time this off-season, which we respect, so we hope to see her next year. She won't be playing this year." Unrivaled's player-friendly format has drawn plenty of the WNBA's big names, including the former Iowa Hawkeyes college foe Angel Reese. But Clark opted for some time away from the game, although she has been hitting the practice court and looks to have added some muscle mass. Winning Rookie of the Year is just the start for the 22-year-old, and there are plenty of other ways for her to make money. Her fan base is having a monumental impact on the women's game, and the salary gap may not be justifiable for much longer if trends continue. The minimum price to watch the Fever's 2025 opener is $271, more than all but one NBA team's home bow this season per TickPick. The NBA's ratings are on a downward trend, and Clark had an interesting theory as to why. Honestly, I feel like the average basketball fan doesn't understand how good NBA players are, and they think it looks like they're not trying, she said on the New Heights podcast. I promise you they're trying. They're just, like, so good. That's why it looks like they're not trying.